Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Belinda. Beauties, I am so excited to share with you this really adorable front door scarecrow hat. So if you want to see how I create this, then please keep watching. But before that we get started, I just want to ask if you could please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also if you'll click that bell icon so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. I'll be starting by showing you the items that I'll be using for this DIY, so let's go ahead and get started. I just want to say that I'll be using all Dollar Tree items. Now the first item is going to be this witch's hat, 4 rolls of mesh, 2 of the yellow and 2 of the brown. Pipe cleaners cut in half, a total of 17. A couple of fall leaves, some burlap ribbon, 1 roll, 2 rolls of this sparkly ribbon, 1 ribbon in this pattern, and then I chose a different one and I'll show it to you a little bit later on. And also a welcome scarecrow, some mesh tube, and my glue gun. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is remove everything off from this witch's hat, and I'm just going to stay with the skeleton of the hat. I just want to say that I don't want to take any credit for this scarecrow hat. I have seen other YouTubers do this particular hat. Of course, I'm going to dress it up differently, but I just want to put it out there. Okay, now that I've removed everything off the hat, the next thing that I'm going to do is take my scissors and I'm going to cut off all those little plastic bumps. I don't know what else to call them, but they're very easy to break off. All you have to do is just put a little bit of force into your scissors and they'll break right off. And here I'm just showing you how it looks once you break it off. Now I am only going to remove just the tip of the hat all along the side where I'm showing you right there. And just to be clear, I am going to leave those down at the bottom. Okay, now that I have the skeleton of the hat, what I'm going to do now is put this burlap ribbon over it, just like this. So I'm going to turn the hat with the front facing down, and then I'm going to work on the back side. Because the hat goes from being thin at the top and then it gets wider, I'm going to have to be cutting different sizes of the ribbon to cover the entire hat. Okay, so now that I have my piece cut out, I'm going to start adding some hot glue there at the edge and then just fold the ribbon over it and hold it down until it adheres. And then I'll do the same thing to the opposite side. Now I've seen that for this project they use twine and they wrap it all around the hat, but I just decided to use the burlap ribbon. I thought that it would work just fine. If you decide to do this project, you can also add whatever color of ribbon you'd like. This burlap ribbon tends to unravel very easily, but it's okay. Once it's glued down, it's fine. And what I'm going to do is just cut off all the excess little threads that just unraveled. Okay, so I'm going to continue adding the strips of burlap until I cover the entire hat. Okay, so I'm done adding all the ribbon, and now what I'm going to do is just clean it up a bit. I'm just going to cut off some of those threads and some of that excess ribbon. Okay, so I'm done with it for now, and as you can see, it's nice and clean and it looks really pretty. And now I'm going to put it aside because I'm going to work on the ribbon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 17 pieces of this ribbon mesh, and they're going to be approximately 30 inches long. Now, once I make the bundles, I'm going to be making different colors. There's going to be some with the brown and then some with the gold. So I'm just going to be alternating both of those colors, and you'll see in a little bit what I'm talking about. This is the other pattern of ribbon that I'm going to be using. And this is the one that I showed you in the beginning of the video. And I cut 5 of each, and they are approximately 9 inches long. I also pre-cut my pipe cleaners and my mesh tube, and these are also approximately like 9 inches long. And I also pre-cut my sparkly ribbon, and these are also approximately 9 inches long. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a bundle mesh, is what I'm going to call it. Now, what you do is that you pinch the center, and then you just continue to scrunch it up with your fingers, as I'm doing right there, and you just continue to roll it into the center and until that you get to the very end of the ribbon. And then I'm gonna put it between my 2 fingers, as I'm showing you right there. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the ribbon in an angle so that I can create a V. Now, I have to be honest, I completely forgot, and that's why I'm doing it right then and there. But if you decide to do this project, please remember, cut your ribbon before that you start doing your little mesh bundles. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is pinch the middle of the ribbon, and then I'm gonna slide it down and put it on top of the mesh ribbon, as you see right there. Okay, next I'm gonna take the smaller ribbon, and I'm gonna do the same thing, cut the edges so that I have a V. And then I'm gonna do exactly what I did with the other ribbon. I'm gonna slip it down on top of the sparkly ribbon. And then lastly, I'm gonna slip the mesh tubing on top, like that. You do have to hold all the ribbons firmly. And now I'm gonna fold the pipe cleaner in half, and then I'm gonna slip it down the center and turn it over to the back side, and then just give it a few twists. That way it can hold really well. And this is what the back side looks like, and this is the front side. And what I'm gonna do is just fluff up the ribbon and make it look nice and pretty. Okay, so this is how this first bundle looks, and now you know how to create a mesh bundle. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on the yellow bundle, and I'm gonna go a little bit slower just so that you can see it a little bit more carefully. It's really pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Okay, so let me show you one more time. So I'm going to hold the mesh between my fingers, as I'm showing you right there. And then I'm gonna take my ribbons, and I'm going to pinch them down at the center, as I'm showing you right there. And then I'm gonna slip it down on top of the mesh ribbon, as you see. And then once again, I'm gonna take my pipe cleaner and put it down the center and turn it to the back side, and then tie it at the back really nice and tight. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is finish doing the remainder of the bundles that I need. And then once I'm done, I'll come back so I can show you how I'm gonna attach it to the hat. One thing that I wanted to mention is those smaller ribbons, I didn't use them in all the bundles. I alternated them in one bundle, yes, and then the next one, no. And then I just continued to do that. Okay, so I'm ready now to add my bundles, and right there I'm showing you that I'm going to be adding the bundle on top of that bar. And I'm just gonna slip it down the center as I'm showing you there, turn it back on the back side, and then just give the pipe cleaner a twist to make sure that it holds well to that bar. Just like that. Okay, this is how it looks with the first bundle, and now I'm going to add the second one, and the second one is going to be the brown colored one, and like I said, I'm going to be alternating. I'm going to go yellow, brown, until I fill that whole bar. I added a total of 17 of those bundles. Now, once I'm done adding all of them, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. And this is how it turned out. Next, I'm gonna add the scarecrow to the hat. Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna do is remove the head of the scarecrow. It didn't come off without a fight. I really had to tug and pull on it until finally it came loose. Okay, so next I hot glued the head of the scarecrow to the top of the hat. And I put plenty of hot glue. Okay, so next I removed that stick that was holding the scarecrow's head, but I had to use my scissors to cut around the fabric because it was glued on really, really strong. Okay, next I'm gonna cover up that hole where the stick was at, and I'm gonna use some of those fall leaves and I'm gonna just hot glue them on there on the top. And then I'm also gonna just put some flowers that I had on hand. I didn't mention them because I didn't think of that until towards the end. And next I hung the sign that says welcome, and I just used the string that it came with and I just tied it on the back side of the hat. And then lastly, I added another bundle mesh at the tip of the hat. Okay, beauties, well, here is my front door scarecrow hat, and I think that he came out so very nice. And I have to say, he really makes a statement. This was so fun to make. I really truly enjoyed this DIY, and I hope that you did as well. Well, beauties, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day, and I will see you on my next video. So until then, bye-bye and God bless.